Humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful and we're beautiful and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, you must become the victor. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've done videos talking about The Witcher 4 and how I'm apprehensive and how I think that their current direction is completely and totally wrong. I think that really a lot of these people, they ignore the obvious signs of what the audience wants in favor of what people at the studios want, and the people at the studios generally have repulsive, degenerate, brain-rotted left-wing politics. And so when you see something like this, it just sort of reaffirms what I've been saying. CD Projekt Red claims Witcher 4 will tackle a woman's struggle in a medieval world. I have never seen anything that has repelled me more and made me less interested to purchase a product. So you mean to tell me that for the price of $70 or $80 or $100, I'm going to have to play as a female character that's going to be going through the world, and there is going to be social messaging that is going to be bombarded at me? So already, I don't like the fact that Ciri's the main character. I don't want to play as a female main character, especially in an RPG where I'm looking to be romancing people. I don't want to play as a woman. So already there's that hurdle of entry. Okay, fine. But I can overcome that. I can. Then you make her ugly. And I know that some people say, she's not ugly. She is far less attractive than she was in 3. They gave her a man jaw. They made her more puffy. We need to make her hyper realistic. She looks bad in comparison to what she was. It's obvious. Anyone with a set of eyes and a brain can figure it out. She looks worse. So not only is it a female character, I don't want to play as a female character in an RPG, but also she looks worse and she looks puffy and she just doesn't have that design appeal that she had in the 3rd game. But then, as I'm playing through the game, I'm going to be bombarded with social messaging. I'm going to be bombarded with this sort of rot-gut, left-wing, brain-dead, retard bullshit. She's going to tackle a woman's struggle. I don't care about a woman's struggle. Like, do you understand? The whole thing about being a man is that you're not looking... Oh, I don't want to play as a man and have to deal with a man's struggle. Like, oh man, a man's struggle. No, I want to play to save the world. I want to play to destroy the world, whether you're a paragon or you're a renegade. But to put that stuff into the game and make it clear from the marketing, I got to tell you, most likely I'm not going to buy this game. Now, I know some people will say, well, it's not marketed to you. It's not marketed to anyone. Do you understand? Mentally ill, degenerate, bottom-feeding, subhuman freaks, they will be attracted to this, and they'll repeat it on Twitter. They're not going to buy the game. They're not going to play the game. And ultimately, even if they did, they're not going to be a long-term fan. They're only a fan of the politics that you're putting in there. So, as you further alienate your lore to try to appease these people, you're gonna lose more of your diehard fans that are the true fans. And ultimately, when the layoffs come, you're only going to have yourself to blame because the waters of unemployment are frigid. So let's take a look at this. By the way, here's Ciri from The Witcher 3. The Witcher 4 director claims that using Ciri as their main protagonist will allow them to explore the specific struggle of a female monster hunter in a medieval world. But is medieval sexism something anyone was asking for in a fantasy RPG heading into 2025? No! No. Nobody was. Nobody who wasn't a mentally ill goblin on Twitter or social media. No. Absolutely nobody. Nobody wants to play a game and go, well, we're going to tackle real world issues from the perspective of the developers. Gag me. And you expect me to pay money for this? Are you insane? I mean that sincerely. Are you insane? You think that people want to play as a hero character and they want to go through the world dealing with a woman's struggle in a medieval world. She's one of the most powerful characters in the series. Apparently, she's a Witcher. How? Well, they broke all lore and continuity to make it happen. But no, please, tell me more about a woman's struggle where the entire universe bends and caters to you. I'm on pins and needles. What? Did somebody make an unwanted advance to you? Oh, I'm a powerful witcher. I'm a strong, empowered witcher, but they made a cat-calling sound at me. Oh, they said I looked attractive. Oh, my God. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? A fantasy RPG? I'm just going to say it. Some people, I know a lot of people disagree. I don't think that you should make a fantasy RPG that has a female main character. Ever. I just don't. I think the main character should always be a man. Why? Because the target audience is men. Now, don't get me wrong. There will be women who play Witcher 4. That's not what I'm saying. But the target audience is men. And by the way, those women who were fans of The Witcher became fans of The Witcher by playing as Geralt. I'm just saying. Geralt's a badass. He's interesting. And by the way, when I'm romancing a character, I don't want to romance a guy. I'm just like, for me, I lose all connectivity when the main character is a woman, unless it's a game like Stellar Blade, which is all about combat. Stellar Blade is not a game where you're romancing anyone or you're, having RPG elements. When I have the choice of playing as Fem Shep or Commander Shepard, I would always choose Commander Shepard. I'm just saying. There's a very clear reason. And so what I would have done in this situation, here's how I would have handled this. Call me crazy. I would have scrapped Ciri as the main character. I would have allowed the player to choose whether they wanted to play as a male or a female. They get to customize their own character. Their character goes into the world, and they're, whether you want to call them, the Avatar or the Rook or whatever their title is, but I would have them, the player, be able to choose. That way, if you had girls that wanted to play, they could do that. And you notice it only goes in one direction. So, like, Cyberpunk 2077, you get to choose as a male or female, and it's very clear that they've basically axed out the male character from the game, which is insane to me, because a majority of the people playing the game choose the male option, but they want to push the female option so bad that they can taste it. But no, medieval sexism is not anything that I'm looking to explore, mainly because their opinion is, oh, we're so much more enlightened, we're so much better. No, we're not. we may have changed, but we have very different problems. Hypergamy is no. We've got problems. We got problems today. Um, you know, I think the irony is that people look back on that time with a little bit of disgust, but also reverence. They do. Chivalry, nobility, you know, courtesy. I'm gonna court a woman. Yeah, there's a lot of women and a lot of men who look back on that and say, yeah, that sounds pretty good. But then they want to add in all the modern bullshit. But anyway, let's continue. Ever since CD Projekt Red announced that Ciri would be the star in Witcher 4, there have been questions and concerns raised. Some corners of the web erupted with outrage at yet another female protagonist replacing a beloved male hero. That isn't even. I mean, for me, I don't like playing as female main characters because I find that they're boring and one-dimensional and they don't really have anything remarkable about them for the most part. If they're made by Western studios, if they're made by Eastern studios, I have no problem because they allow women to inhabit a wide range of emotions and personality types. But in the West, it's one-dimensional. It's girl boss mode all the time, which is freaking boring. It is so freaking boring to see yet another girl boss that warps the entire world to service her. Others are asking thoughtful questions about the lore and whether Ciri's abilities and background even fit the concept of being a Witcher at all. But what's catching the most attention is how the developers of CD Projekt Red have seemingly confirmed they plan to use Ciri's storyline to explore sexism and gender politics in the medieval-inspired world of The Witcher. Speaking to Eurotrash, game director Sebastian Caramba and narrative director Philippe Weber laid out how, from the start, they saw Ciri as more than a mere side character. They pointed out that while Geralt was already set in his ways, Ciri, at the set of Witcher 4, is at the beginning of her journey as a Witcher. In a way, even though Ciri is, of course, a defined character, with her, players will have the opportunity to still define. Oh my God, yeah, she's defined, but she's kind of undefined. Man, I tell you, these freaks. I just no, we can do what we want. Specifically define her path that she will take on her way to becoming a Witcher, and basically also the kind of person that will make her. The experience of a woman is actively quite a significant. The experience of a woman is actively quite a significant theme in Witcher, in a lot of different forms. The women of this world are subjected to a lot of violence. They're heavily sexualized in different ways. Oh my God. These people are retarded. These people are retarded. They're pathetic. They're virtue hungry. They're devoid of any substance or realism. They're just absolutely pathetic. Imagine talking about your game and you're such a freak, a disgusting freak, that your first thing is, we need to explore the world to depict. I mean, women have. I remember playing The Witcher. You kill a bunch of men. You kill a bunch. Oh, but the women experience violence. They're heavily sexualized. Good. They should be sexualized. Let them be sexualized. What the hell is the problem with that? It's like this whole concept is just a bunch of weak, inept freaks and losers, unable to grapple with reality, and so they basically nope out of existence so hard. It's unbelievable. Nobody wants to explore this except for other freaks at your company. And guess what? This sort of shit hurts the bottom line. And you're going to learn that the hard way. There's the kind of deal with the devil that sorceresses will have to make, where they lose their fertility. So, yeah, so basically, modern, yeah, it makes sense. Modern dating. You lose your fertility to become powerful, to become powerful and fight the patriarchy. Watching the trailer, it seemed to maybe channel this. There's Ciri, a woman trying and failing to save another woman from more of the universe's violence, right? Ugh, God. And these people are just so pathetic. I don't want to read any more of this. I think it's pretty clear. Everyone can make up their own mind for themselves. That's the beauty of it. But for me, I'm not buying this game. Now, if it comes out and people are giving it like 10 out of 10s, I don't mean like the gaming press. But if it comes out and people are just gushing at what an amazing game it is, then maybe I'll give it a try when it's on sale. But at this point, I have absolutely no interest in this game. They have completely killed any interest I have in the Witcher series. I'm just not interested. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the support of the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.